Okay, so here's the property on 111th Street. I'm gonna do the inside first just because I'm wearing some booties and don't want to have to put them back on. But as soon as you walk in, it looks like this is probably the original hardwood floor. It still looks pretty good though. Off to the right, we have a little coat closet. The texture on the wall is pretty aggressive. And by that I mean it's pretty deep. A lot of open space over here. So they're doing their table, their dining room in here. But I feel like this would be a good area for a couch and a TV as well. This is a pretty big dining table. They have the rock accent walls. And actually, let me see if this light works here. No. Okay, so here's the kitchen. So it's kind of an interesting layout. I've never really seen a layout like this before. The kitchen's over there, and then they have the island pulled back this way. So let me get another view of this. So here's the kitchen. Usually you would have an island right here, but they have theirs pushed back this direction. And it looks like they're using it as like an eating slash TV watching area because they don't have a TV over there. So just kind of an interesting setup. So as far as the kitchen goes, let's see if these are soft close. They are. It definitely looks a little lived in, like you can see the caulking. Probably just need some new caulking. The windows look pretty new. Probably just needs a good cleaning in here, honestly. You know, they're still living here, so it makes sense. I really like the style of this vent hood though, that looks pretty good. Some staining on the granite. Or I guess it says it's premium quartz. Samsung fridge. All right, and then off to this side, we have a guest bathroom. Updated vanity. Looks pretty good in there. The light is a little dated. And then we got the 2-car garage. A little sticky. So it's got a couple steps down. Let's see if I can find a light. There we go. Okay. Slightly oversized. All right, let's go check out this basement first. The stairs look like they're a little dirty. I've actually been in some other homes that were built by the same builder, and it's all the same style. I can tell like this is the same style of stairs and they all look like this, but they just need probably a new fresh coat of paint or something. It looks like they ended up finishing in their basement. The LVT on the floor, you can't really see, but it's not the nicest LVT. It looks like it's coming apart a little bit. The edges are starting to round up a little bit. Laundry area. Looks like these are LG, but they look a little older and pretty well used. Everything just needs like a good cleaning. Paint, chipping. Looks like they have the egress windows here. Some trash in it though. Let's see. Okay. I'm assuming this egress window is just under a deck or something. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then this over here should be your water heater closet. Installed in 25 is what it says. Let me pull this cord. Okay, so that light's not working, but it's sold in 25. This looks newer as well. I can't see a year, but you can just tell by like the gray style. The Goodman, those are usually newer. Looks like this door is just a little, things might have shifted down here a little bit, or this hinge is just a little loose. It looks like they might have done this texture themselves, or I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this texture. Dartboard, a little bar area. This is pretty cool. This is actually wallpaper, so not real brick. Then a little sink back here. And back here we got, okay. So this is the sump pump, which is pretty common here in Colorado, especially in newer homes. The reason we have those is if the water table rises, then the sump pump kicks on and just pumps the water out. Not a huge deal, it's pretty common. Some homes don't even have sump pumps just because the water table is not high in the area. But most homes I see have a sump pump. Another egress over here. All right. Yeah, the flooring is, I mean, it's a basement, so I don't know how worried you are, but it's definitely seen better days. And I think it's just because it's a cheaper quality. Walls to be patched and repaired. Okay. All right, let's go upstairs. Smells really good in this house. Nice tall ceilings. See, these are the original hardwoods, but it looks like this is all new and they match the color pretty good. I mean, these look great. It's just the texture is just a little intense. It's very like deep. Okay, here's the primary bedroom. There we go. So a good amount of space in here. They have their bed off in this corner. Really the only other place you could have it. I guess you could put it on that wall, but I feel like it's best on that wall coming out this way. But definitely enough space for probably a king and 2 side tables. And then on this side we have your bathroom and closet. Let's see if it's a walk-in. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty big. Let me see if there's a light. There we go. Excuse my heavy breathing. The stairs out here, the elevation gets to you, So this was one of my concerns. So 112th isn't a super busy road. 104th and 120th are the 2 major roads. So this is just one in between those, and you know, people use it to get to their homes, and maybe people are taking them out to Brighton, but you can see how many cars are on there right now. You know, and the primary bedroom being on the back side of the house, I did have some concern about road noise, but sitting in here, you can barely hear it. So, I mean, I'm sure occasionally at night there's going to be that one person with the Honda Civic who's going to be screaming, you know, driving down the road, but right now I don't hear anything too crazy. So, over that direction is the light rail, which is the train system that takes you to Denver. I think it can take you to DIA. It can pretty much take you anywhere in Colorado. And then this person over here, actually they might live there, but it's just all like farmland. It's a big patch of pasture. So don't think anyone's building there anytime soon. All right, let's check out this bathroom. Okay, so we got the dual vanity and the updated shower. I always like to look at the caulking just to see what it looks like, because you don't want water damage behind the wall or anything like that, but this looks like it was done professionally and it looks like they've taken care of it, so it looks pretty good. This vanity has seen better days, but you can see like the cabinets are a little crooked and a little messy. I think that's a little dated. Let's go over here. It looks like they have a dog, so I'm sure they're open to fixing things like this, but I've kind of noticed that in this house it needs a little bit of cleaning. Like nothing's really that clean. It's definitely lived in. From the pictures, it looks really, really updated and clean, and the kitchen looks amazing, but it's just little things like that all around. Okay, so we got 2 bedrooms over here, and then we have this bathroom. Tile flooring. Looks pretty good in there. Yeah, same thing in here. It's just the grout's a little dirty, and yeah. Okay. Let's check out. Here we go. This is probably a linen closet. Yep. Easy access to I-25, DIA, Boulder. We are in a pretty central location here, which is nice. All right, we got the 2 kids' rooms. Pretty big closet. And the kids' rooms are facing the 111th. Got a little baby's room here. Smaller closet in this one. All right, let's turn off some lights and go peek at the backyard in the front. Take my booties off. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the staging. The kitchen looks really, really nice. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it looks like they had some sort of like foam or something. Okay, so you definitely get a little bit of road noise out here. We got turf, so definitely low maintenance, which is nice. Newer fence. This deck has seen better days. It feels pretty sturdy. Newer AC. That retaining wall looks really nice too. Let's check out this side here. Okay. There's a little dog door coming out of the garage. Should probably put a cover on that egress. Yeah, road noise is not too bad. It's not a very private backyard. These fences are a little low. I wonder if that's an HOA thing, that you have to keep them a certain height. All right, let's go check check out the front. Turn off these lights real quick. One more. Well, I'll come back for that. So here's the front of the house. So I did notice that you're getting a little bit of chipping paint right here. And overall, it looks like it just needs to be washed out here. It's not the cleanest. You got your little walkway here starting to come detached from the home. That's pretty common in Colorado, especially around here. I see a lot of these homes with the same issue. A lot of people do the mud jacking where they just, there's different ways to do it, but you can, inject foam in there and lift this back up. Some people just turn it into a wood step, but with the settling of the soil here in Colorado and the movement, you see this all the time. Not really a structural concern for me, but, just it's a little bit of a higher step and it's not visually appealing. So the same on this side. Yeah, it looks like they've got like some caulking going on right there. Looks like maybe some water was dripping down. Let's see if there's anything else I can notice. There's a ton of bushes right here, but yeah, everything else looks pretty good. So I know with VA, sometimes they like to call out chipping paint. Usually that's with older homes just because of the lead-based paint concern, but I have seen them call out chipping paint with newer homes too. So if that is an issue, we could always have them come out and scrape this and repaint it. But that is just something to note there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this house.